Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage of the Spirit of London Awards, London Legend 2010, your very own Barbara Windsor.
Thank you very much, darlings. Can you see me? That's good. Listen, I'm in a bit of a tears because I didn't know about this until my old man, we got in the car and he said, "Here, Bar, I've got something to tell you. We're not just going to go and have a good time," he said. "You're actually going to get an award," which is a good time. It is. So I'm a little bit nervous. And of course, I've sat here and I've listened tonight and I've listened to all these wonderful young people doing these fantastic things, getting out there and doing it. And I thought to myself, why don't we hear about this? Why is it all so negative about our young people? When, listen to it, what you're getting out there and doing is fantastic. And I think that my darling London, I call it my darling London because I love London with a passion, is in very good hands. Now, I was born in the London Hospital in Bethnal Green. Hey! North of the Thames. And we lived in 2 up, 2 down, and a toilet in the yard, and it was like there was all of us living together, aunts, uncles, and cousins. It was absolutely fantastic. We were so happy. And once a week, my granddad used to take me to the Hackney Empire, and I say to my granddad, "That's what I want to do. I want to go on the stage. That's what I want to do." So I started going to dancing lessons. I actually won a scholarship to a convent, and I loved all that. I loved learning. I loved all that. But I wanted to dance. I wanted to sing and dance. And I went for an audition when I was 13, and I remember all my mates saying, "Yeah, you won't get it. If you do, you won't mean anything. You're too little. You'll just get the odd line." Well, I did get that odd line. I got the job in Panto when I was 13. That is 60 years ago this Christmas. And you know what? And the line was, "Shh, here comes the Baron." I was a little babe. And that led to another line, and more lines, and more, and more, and more, to carry on to Broadway. I've played Broadway. And then to my favourite of all, EastEnders. But yes. And I'm telling you this because what I'm trying to say to you is they told me I wouldn't be any good and I'd only get the odd line. But what I'm saying, if you want it, if you really want it, you can do it. You can. And you've proved it tonight by all this. Just, go for your dream and keep going, keep going. I thank you very much. As I said before, I love London with passion. And I love it more than anything. And we've got a great mayor. He loves it as well, Boris. He loves London very, very much. And I thank him for that. I just want to say to you, God bless you all. Thank you for always being there for me. And I've had some rotten times, but mostly been good times. But you've always been there. May the spirit of Damiola and Ben live forever. God bless you all. I love you. Take care.
Okay, so, when it comes to legends, they don't come any bigger than Barbara Windsor. Okay, amazing. I'm actually, a little bit blushing right now.
Do you know what? You said bigger. No one's ever called me bigger.
Okay.
Except for certain parts. No, but it's funny that you said bigger. Thank you very, very much.
But it's your passion and your presence is really big, right?
Well, I'm passionate when it's to do with London. I love London with a great passion. I always have done. And I was born in Bethnal Green, and funny enough, my mother thought that nothing would ever come of me while we were living in the East End, because you've got to think it was after the war and it was all bombed out, and it was not a good place, and we got bombed, so I had to go and lived in Stoke Newington. And it wasn't till actually many years later when I went to Stratford East to work. You know Stratford East, don't you? And I hadn't appreciated it because I only knew Stoke Newington. I only knew East End as about the first few years of my life. And I realised how wonderful it was, and this feeling that I got tonight, this warmth, this great feeling, you know, it's a terrific place, London. It's just the best city in the world. And there's me, Michael Caine. Oh, I should put myself in the same, you know, conversation with Michael Caine and Ray Winston. We're all absolutely passionate about London. We love it, and tonight was just great. Tonight, I didn't know what to expect. My old man never told me. He just said it was to do with London, spirit of London, and a few kids, you know, and all that. So I said, yeah, okay. And I knew it was black and white. You had to, you know. So I came along, and then he tells me suddenly you're getting an award, and then I sit there and I listen to all these wonderful, great things they're doing, which you don't hear about, do you? You only hear about all the dodgy things, you know, so you do. So I've come away feeling absolutely fantastic that London's in good hands. I've been doing lots of things, unbelievable. But one of the things I wanted to do, because I got my first job, I told that story about getting the line, you know, when I was 13 in a pantomime. And it's 60 years this Christmas Eve, when I did that pantomime at Golders Green, Hippodrome. So I'm going up to Bristol, because I've never played that theatre. People always think of me as EastEnders and Carry On, but I've done a lot of theatre. And so I'm going up to Bristol, and I'm going to play Ferry Babs Bow Bells. And listen, I insisted, I said, it's all got to be about London, because the whole idea of Dick Whittington is he comes to London from the West Country, which is Bristol. And my opening song is London, is anyone in doubt about it? London is London, forgive me if I shout about it. You can have Paris or Venice or Rome, but London, is England, is home.
And what a tribute to
Yeah.
What more can we ask for?
There is nothing more to ask after that. You're a London legend.
I could go around with the act, couldn't I?
Well done, well done.
Well done, okay.
Can we all give her a hand, please?
Thank you so much, thank you.